He's swinging for the fist.
Well, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis.
Do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about...
Floyd Mayweather couldn't believe his eyes. Just moments ago, Gervonta Davis was gliding through sparring like it was a light training session. Then suddenly, boom, a heavyweight opponent nearly twice his size crashed to the canvas in slow motion. The entire gym fell silent.
And I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight
boy. And Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the ropes just like this. I'm like, I thought he died. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he died.
Floyd, normally the calmest man in any room, suddenly wore a rare expression that said, "Wait, did that really just happen?" You could see it in his eyes, a mix of pride and disbelief, the kind of look a scientist gives when his experiment blows up, yet somehow works flawlessly.
Heavyweights he knocked out and dropped.
I don't drop no names.
No names. Tell me about the situation. So he spars one.
Hit him with a body shot.
Went down.
And I'm talking 200 plus pounds. And the other one he hit with a headshot.
And he went down too?
And he went down.
But people don't expect a guy 130. Table it.
Matter of fact, right. And I'm not just exaggerating because Tank is our fighter. Tank has a punch of power. I don't know where.
Tank didn't celebrate, didn't flex, he didn't even blink. He simply stepped back, gloves lowered, as if to say, that's what happens when perfect timing meets pure power. And for Floyd, a man who's witnessed every punch, every angle, and every fighter imaginable, that was the moment he realized Gervonta Davis was no longer just his protege. He had become a one-man highlight reel, bending the rules of physics in real time.
Introduced to a lot of people when that clip of you sparring Tank was released, right?
He doesn't give off a genuine spirit to me. So he's just a very emotional, kind of angry kind of guy.
Was he like that with you after you touched him up, or just before even?
Yeah, I mean just the old sparring really.
There's a part in the clip he hits you when you're down, and then he turns around, and I think you hit him.
Yeah, like sparring, he was kind of just doing little dirt.
And honestly, it shows. You can see it in the way he handles pressure inside the ring, how he stays composed even when bigger opponents try to impose their strength. That's real heavyweight education right there. These aren't light sparring sessions, they're full contact chess matches where a single mistake can launch your mouthpiece into the third row.
In his career, Tank can fight at 140, 147. He has that power.
I think he could be multiple champion, maybe in 54.
Oh yeah.
Now, one time he went to a gym in Memphis, sparred 4 guys, broke 4 noses in one afternoon. Do you have other examples of things like that Tank did in boxing?
Since he was a kid, man. When Tank was 14 years old, he was sparring state champions, man, and grown men.
But Tank lives for that. He thrives in chaos, treating every sparring session as a test of his limits, a way to discover just how far power and precision can go when fear isn't part of the equation. After watching him fold heavyweights like props in a magic act, the camera shifts to Calvin Ford's corner, and suddenly, the atmosphere changes from spectacle to strategy. You can hear it in his voice.
In the corner, and he threw a 1-2-1-2. And I was blocking it, but then he started pushing my head, he was purposefully pushing me down. He pushed my head all the way down, and then he would hit me on my back. So then everybody was like, "Hey, what you doing?" So then I got up, then he asked me if I was good, and then right when I said I was good, he just started hitting me. And he turned around, and everybody was like, "What are you doing?" And I just hit him. Like I said, protect yourself at all.
Calvin isn't hyping up highlight reels or chasing flashy knockout moments for the cameras. He's made it clear he's training Tank to punish Jake Paul, to turn the fight into a lesson, not a photo op. And that matters. When the man who's molded Tank since childhood says he's not preparing for one-hit theatrics, but for sustained damage and domination, you listen to here's the real takeaway. Jake may bring attention and chaos, but Calvin's focused on old-school consequences, pace control, body shots, and exploiting weaknesses that they're the kind of tools that don't trend on Instagram, but they end careers.
That's my partner, Coach Kenny. I don't look for knockouts. I want to be able to punish him so bad where he look over and say, yo, you're a beast.
So, you know when you're training him, because you know he's got that lights off power, that one where you don't belong in there with him, you won't belong in there with him. Is that something that you don't work on? It's like, that's there already. If you
work on the stuff that I need to work on for what particular opponent I'm in front of.
Calvin isn't promoting highlight reels or chasing flashy knockouts for the cameras. He's clear. He's training Tank to punish Jake Paul, turning the fight into a lesson, not a photo opportunity. And that matters. When the man who's shaped Tank from childhood says he's not preparing for one-hit theatrics, but for sustained damage and complete domination, you have to take note. Here's the reality. Jake may bring chaos and attention, but Calvin is focused on old-school fundamentals, pace control, bodywork, and exploiting weaknesses. These aren't the flashy moves that trend on Instagram, but they're the ones that truly change careers.
Do you think he's underrated in that aspect of his game? Not that it matters, but do you think he is?
To tell you the truth, I want them to keep being the way they are. I don't want him to be the way they want him to be. Like at the end of the day, long we keep getting great results, the results and the numbers will speak for itself.
I can't help but laugh at the idea that Jake thinks this is just a cameo. This camp looks like they've stapled an entire syllabus to the ring, and Tank's ready for the final exam. Now we'll see if the showman can survive the curriculum, but for now, I'm siding with Calvin. Don't expect flashy fireworks for clicks. Expect a masterclass that leaves everyone questioning why anyone thought a novelty act could outlast a fighter who's been tested, punished, and forged in real training.
Sometimes losing because they don't realize that Jake actually takes it serious. So this is good to hear. Just already right off the rip, they were already doing something.
Surprised. So tell me, when did you hear about this?
They've been going back and forth for years, Tank and Jake. They've been going at it for years, and it would have happened sooner. You know what I'm saying? But we have hiccups in life.
All right, so we just absorbed Calvin Ford, making it clear he's not coaching Tank for a single knockout. He's preparing him to punish Jake Paul. Now we shift to Gabe Rosado, dropping some real talk on this matchup. Gabe's basically waving a warning flag. Tank, don't underestimate this guy. He can catch you and end your night. You can feel the tension in every word, and I love how he breaks it down. Sure, Tank is slick and sharp, a fighter who's faced monsters his entire life. But Jake's size, reach, and raw power, that's not something Tank encounters every day.
Man, he making 40 mil is what I hear. Get your money. Because listen, this sport is brutal, dog. We got hustle and bustle. And to put yourself in a position where you can make that kind of money, you can't be mad at Tank. Make your money, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, who gonna feed your kids? Who gonna take care of your family? Who gonna take care of you? So I ain't mad at Tank.
Gab's perspective is priceless. He's been in Jake's corner, seen all the angles, and he's basically saying, Tank, respect the science here. One slip and it's lights out. I can't lie, it feels like the perfect storm. Slick skill versus raw, attention-grabbing power. You can feel the excitement build. Gabe's caution adds another layer, making this fight feel truly unpredictable. Tank's legacy is already solid, but Gab's insight reminds us that one punch, one mistake, and headlines get rewritten. This is why we watch boxing. It's not just about skill. It's chess with fists, with a little chaos sprinkled on top.
About Jake Paul, 200 pounds, I heavyweight. If one of those shots let go, and you gotta remember, what Tank is not used to is the height and reach advantage. So maybe Tank could drop and think he's away, but Jake got that extra 3-4 inches that Tank ain't used to. They can catch him. That can make a difference. But at the same time, Tank can punch too. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tank hurt.
All right, so we just got Gabe Rosado laying down the blueprint, warning Tank about Jake Paul's reach, size, and one-punch power. Now, we shift to Andre Berto, keeping it brutally honest. Berto is waving the psychology flag. making it clear Tank isn't here to make friends. He's here to collect the bag. I love the savage honesty. After that Roach fight, Tank felt the world turn against him. He even considered retiring. Now, he doesn't care about hot takes, Twitter rants, or comments online. He's walking into Atlanta like a man on a mission, lights out, focused on one thing: getting paid and sending Jake Paul home questioning his life choices. You can almost hear the cash registers ringing, and I'm sitting here thinking, yep, this is the perfect mix of skill, swagger, and pure business hustle.
Oh, and Gervonta Davis. Wow. Wow, that sounds crazy. That sounds real crazy. But doing it in Atlanta was a very smart strategic move. Because one thing about Atlanta, I lived in Atlanta for a good 4 to 5 years, and I know one thing when it comes to us, anything that's popping in the city, they coming out. They coming out. The city is coming out.
And speaking of Atlanta, Berto makes a solid point. This isn't just a fight, it's a full-blown event. The city is going to show up, every seat packed, energy electric, and Jake Paul is about to get schooled in something he's never really seen before. A stadium full of fans who actually care about real boxing. Berto hits the sweet spot between hot take and reality check when he reminds us that yes, it's entertainment, but Tank's approach is smart. This fight is as much about psychology as it is about punches. He's making a statement. You can hate, troll, or complain about the matchup, but at the end of the night, Tank cashes the check and you're left staring at the lights. The way Berto breaks it down, you don't just watch this fight, you feel the energy, the stakes, and the pure chaos about to unfold.
The city will be coming out. It's going to be packed. A packed house in Atlanta come out. Of course, support Gervonta, because like I say, Jake ain't never in his life going to see a stadium so filled with black people in his life. You know what I mean? They coming out. It's going to be crazy, right? I see a lot of people in the comments, of course, they're upset about it because what you boxing.
All right, now let me chime in and give my take on why this Tank versus Jake Paul matchup is pure chaos wrapped in a boxing match. First off, why are they even fighting? It's simple. Tank wants the bag, Jake wants the spotlight, and the fans just want wild entertainment. Tank isn't stepping into this lightly. He's a reigning world champion, yet he's taking on a YouTube star because it's a smart, strategic money move. Forget the haters. This is modern boxing economics 101. The Roach fight left Tank bitter, questioning his place, even considering retirement. This isn't just another payday, it's a statement. He's still here, still relevant, still the main event, and he's taking control of his own narrative.
I'm not surprised that he made a fight like that happen. Because he doesn't care what you think anymore. Gervonta does not care what y'all think anymore. The way he felt after that Roach fight, how he felt like everybody turned on him. He was already talking about retiring, and he hate this fight game now.
And let's be real, Tank isn't exactly in love with the fight game. Now, let's touch on that Roach rematch for a second. That fight shook him. He felt the pressure, the doubt, and maybe even wondered if he was done. But here's the thing, facing Jake Paul isn't just about cash or hype, it's therapy in a ring. Tank gets to release all that frustration from Roach, from the critics, from everyone questioning his legacy, all in one night. And Atlanta, that's the perfect stage. A city ready to bring energy, making this more than just a fight, turning it into a spectacle where Tank reminds everyone why he's still a superstar. This isn't just a battle of fists. It's a battle of wills, brains, and the kind of swagger only Tank Davis can pull off. Boxing, business, entertainment, all rolled into one. And honestly, I'm here for every second of it.
This man is going to get the bag. He don't care what you think. He's going to go in there and get the bag, and I know Al Heyman. Al Heyman, I already know Al said, you know what? Get what they talking about. I'm going to send you to the bank. I'm going to send you to the bank and make sure you get paid. And whatever you want to do after that, that's your business. But let's go get this money.